Hello, hello. I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can get a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll do fine. So let's just focus on getting you through the first week, okay? Let's see. First, there is an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know? Welcome to Freddy Fazbear Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damages to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days, or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached. And the carpets have been replaced, blah blah blah. Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's nothing to really worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night. But do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So, just to be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night, something to do with their servos locking up if they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there's the bite of 87. Yeah, it's amazing the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here, Freddy Fazbear Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you into a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with crossbeams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you could imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day would be your eyeballs and teeth when they pop up in the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first day should be a breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary. Gotta conserve power. Alright, good night. Honestly, like I know this is like a statement that applies to fucking everyone.
Yeah.
But I fucking hate spending money.
What'd you spend money on?
Well, that's the thing. I've been talking about getting a new PC for so long now.
Yeah.
And legitimately, I have one in my cart, you know, like it's picked out, I verified the specs, should be great.
Yeah.
But like, I don't want to spend money.
Yeah, it never feels good.
It literally works out, because like, after the money I got for Christmas, I'd literally be only paying like $200 myself.
Yeah.
Like, it all works out.
Yeah.
This should be the easiest time to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see the number go down.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit sucks. How long did you say you had this one again?
Mine I got before COVID, so probably around 5 years.
Yeah, a hot little bit.
Yeah.
What makes you feel the need to upgrade?
Slow uptime, storage issues. God knows I probably downloaded so much fucking malware pirating games.
Yeah. That's fair.
And it's also like, I deleted a good amount of shit for Rivals. Because, like, I had to put it on my actual hard drive. Because it has a really bad loading time. Like, you'll be stuck at 99% for the entire first team fight, basically.
Mm.
So I had to put on my hard drive to delete a amount of stuff. But I'm bad at I don't want to say I'm a hoarder, because I don't think it's anywhere close to that bad.
Yeah.
But I'm just bad at throwing stuff out, because, like, I can always remember a time within like the last 6 months where I've used something.
Yeah.
So in my mind, because like that's like a threshold. If I haven't touched this thing in like a year, then yeah, it's fucking gone. But like if I remember this year using it, it's kind of hard justifying it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm also really stupid. Like I fucking dude, the amount of I'm assuming you're also the art kid in your family, or at least how I imagine compared to everyone else. So how many like drawing sets have you gotten for Christmas and birthdays and stuff like that?
Oh my god. Yeah, not much anymore. That was more like
high school, middle school. It was every other gift.
well, even before, like maybe middle school and before, it was not amongst family, but amongst like relatives who only knew like baseline things about you. That was sort of the expected gift there.
The amount of times where like Aiden's mom cleared out their basement and she gifted me a thing of pencils.
Yeah.
Like, I threw out, I think, 3 collections of pencils when I cleared out my desk a few months ago. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would.
It's like I never draw pencil. I do digital, even like the 0 times I do draw anymore.
Yeah. It's always, I mean, because those are always like the generic like artist starter kit or whatever, like artist's pack, and it's like 30 of this thing, 30 of this thing, and in some like weird case that like is awkward.
Charcoal colors A5 through B6 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, I've been suffering in silence for the first couple minutes of this episode. Steven, that code doesn't work.
Alright,
a code can only be 5 letters. There you go. Oh, it's maybe 6? I don't know. I don't know why they spat out a code like that. I've never seen a BTD code look like that.
Yeah, me either.
There you go.
Aaron says he will be hopping in. You want to just start without him and start a new game when he gets here, if anything?
Yeah, let's just like stop when we stop and not play free play until we have like a set thing, you know? Like let's just do like a few smallish rounds, I guess. Because I mean, I know I've been saying this for podcasts where I'm trying to cap it at some amount of time and then I don't. Legit, this shouldn't be like more.
This should be the easiest one to put a lid on after an hour.
Yeah, like this should not be long at all. I'm just gonna fuck around and put her there too. And then
I reached a new level of boredom this last week because it's just like my wisdom teeth.
Yeah.
Where I literally I was on a Twitch, like I was in someone's Twitch chat. I reached that level of fucking boredom.
That you were actually engaging in a Twitch
I was
chat
engaging in a Twitch chat.
Why are they wearing hats?
Because I give them hats.
Oh, is that like cosmetic you can implement?
Yeah, dude, you forget I'm a btd6 pro.
Gotcha.
I'm a professional btd6er.
Gotcha. Jesus.
They call me the go to breaking balloons.
They call me the drink.
They call me the drink.
They call him the what? That's so dumb.
You want to make a little goal for the game?
What do you mean?
They added a new Paragon. Tack shooter.
Oh. Okay, I was wondering what that was. It just gave me like a pop-up thing.
Yeah.
What do you mean goal for the game?
Like our goal for this game, like while we're playing, could be to get a Paragon for the tack shooter.
I don't have the XP for it.
I do.
Does only one person need it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just keep placing tack shooters this game.
Gotcha. Way ahead of you, brother.
I literally was hovering over that spot. They call him the what? A beverage of sorts.
I don't give a fuck. What pathways do you like for tack?
I think bottom path tack zone is always my go-to.
Just the amount. The amount. Just the amount of them.
Yeah. I just usually go bottom path because I tried doing challenges not too long ago in like the balloon areas or whatever.
Yeah.
And that thing shreds for that mode.
Well, so and then do you do for the second faster shooting or longer range?
Faster shooting always.
Gotcha.
You just want to shred it when it's nearby.
Yeah.
And then usually like a little bit before you can you do the fire path to melt the leads and then melt everything after it.
I assume the boom bam is also another cosmetic thing?
Yes.
I see.
It's boom bam bada ba boom bow.
It's kind of addicting watching it.
It makes the game a little bit more satisfying, especially the little pops. Alright, this is becoming an ASMR stream, actually.
I was gonna say, what? Because I'm trying to think, what even happened this week?
Nothing, man.
I
was on commission with my mouth.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot.
I just played a lot of fucking Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
I reached Diamond rank. I'm higher than, I think it's still 95% of the player base.
God damn.
My friends and I are hoping to get Grandmaster before the season ends.
How long's the season?
Thursday.
Damn. Is that the game though that lets you like do battle passes even after they end?
Yes.
That's cool. That should be.
That's what they're saying.
That's really cool.
I obviously it's only been out for a month. Any take is going to be a little way too early to call, but this is probably going to be the multiplayer game of the year.
Bless you. Yeah, probably. At least for like, I mean, nothing really seems like it's on the horizon.
Well, it's also just the fact that they're keeping up with the hype.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like they made season 1 super short. They already had a tournament that just finished. Like the finals were tonight. And they already announced like at least 5 new characters for this upcoming season.
Yeah. So I mean that's sort of the key. Is as long as they keep supporting it, then I assume it'll easily run through 2025.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Aaron?
What's good, Aaron?
I'll stream. In lieu of feeling like doing a podcast, which this will end up being essentially a podcast, vibes wise anyway. We're just doing some chill btd6.
Nice. I missed that game.
Yeah. How are you doing, Aaron? Aren't you in the midst of your eventful first week of the year?
I am, but that trip isn't happening until like another 2 weeks.
Oh, gotcha.
We thought we'd give ourselves more time. Plus one of them couldn't make it and she like really wants to like make it to the place that we're gonna travel to, so we're waiting. Which I think is for the best.
Yeah.
Alright, so we go to home, Brady?
We could. Aaron, do you wanna... Are you still on your phone right now? Is computer out of commission?
I'll see. If it doesn't like turn into a vibrator,
Okay. So
then I'll go onto my laptop.
Alright, we'll set a pregame lobby.
yeah. Well, I mean, in that time, Steve, we could probably just run another easy round. That goes by really fast. So you just started another.
This says, just copy the end of the URL. I don't know why I sent the whole thing.
Oh, fist ass.
It's Fissass.
Bless you.
Bless you. Bless you.
Well, make sure it's. Does it have to be half and half? Not that that's a big deal.
I'm finding the maps that allow the full.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's a unique challenge. I don't mind it that much. It just means we gotta like pay a little bit more attention, somewhat.
Not really.
Yeah. I guess it depends.
It's still
on the
easy
side.
mode.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though, comparatively. Well, I might as well do things differently then. So I'll do Buccaneer.
Sorry.
What the hell was that?
It's not working again, my friend. Dang.
Your computer?
It was not even that it turned into a vibrator this time. It's that it did the sign-in thing. Do I just like? It's fine.
Are you like locked out of your computer? Is it the same thing as
I don't
before?
know how this has happened. This is the second time now. It'll be like, yeah, like, hold on, let me see what it says. The sign-in option is disabled because of failed sign-in attempts or repeated shutdowns. Use a different
Is someone just
sign-in
trying
option
to
or keep
get
your
into
device
your
powered on.
computer?
Maybe, I don't know. It's not sign-in attempts unless like, I don't know, like my screen is like constantly pressing like enter or something while it's like on sleep mode or
Yeah, it's like
something.
that button stuck or something. That'd be fucked up.
Repeated shutdowns is the only other thing it says. Don't believe, I don't know.
It's
either
not
on
unusual.
or
And
it's just closed.
And so it works sometimes, but not others?
Or maybe I should like shut it off fully more. That never really does any harm. Ooh, I am a laggy man.
Oh man. So what's the deal with airline food?
That's good shit.
I've also never seen Seinfeld.
Is that Seinfeld?
I think so, yeah.
He said, oh,
I think he's the one who originally said it.
maybe.
Laggy man.
I don't know. I've only seen, I started watching it this last semester. I got like a season and a half in, I think. I mean, it is really good.
I've just been watching Bob's Burgers a lot recently.
Bob's Burgers is good.
I miss watching that. I used to watch that with my dad. In like middle school and high school. We just like fall asleep on the couch watching Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, that show fucks. That show's very beloved in this house.
No one's seen it in mine.
Hajra? Oh, no one's seen it
No
in
one-
yours.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
They gotta,
It is-
they
it
gotta
is-
get on it.
It is quite good. We were talking a lot lately about, in our house, we were talking a lot about sitcoms. And you know, what ones are better than others and whatever the hell. Because I'm sort of watching a lot alongside each other. Somewhat. Because I've been watching, Abbott Elementary Season 4 is currently going on. That's really good. I had started both Seinfeld and Arrested Development in the fall. I watched more Arrested than Seinfeld. Arrested Development is really fucking funny, but it's like
really funny.
it's like batshit though. It's like hard to compare to some of the other sitcoms because it's so fucking off the wall.
I think I mentioned it either during the movie or after, but there was a Parks and Rec reference in the Sonic movie.
Yeah. I remember you saying that too. That I haven't seen, but I think people in my house were starting it very recently. Like I think Ella, Madeline, and my mom all might have watched some amount of it recently, to varying like commitments. I'm sure Ella watched the most of it.
Probably.
But yeah, I mean, most sitcoms have a problem too. Of there's like a drop-off period eventually. Like The Office has a pretty rough one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously without Michael, although I didn't
didn't love Michael when I watched it.
Oh, Michael's he's divisive too, which is rough because he's like the biggest part of the show. He's my favorite character. And then when he was gone, I thought Robert California, like James Spader, for that one season in 8,
great.
I thought
He was
he was really funny. So I think that's fine. But then 9, when it was just Andy as the boss, which was a terrible idea, and then like some like kind of forced Jim and Pam drama, that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Also, easy mode is like a little too brain off. Clearly,
Yeah.
we should turn it up.
Well, that's why we should just go to free play.
Do you want to just go to free play from here?
Yeah.
Okay. I hear, so I think I'm only in season 2 of Arrested, but I hear Arrested has kind of a noticeable drop off at some point. Because I think it was like, it went off the air for a little while, and then Netflix picked it up, and then the Netflix seasons are rough.
No, that's Oh no, I'm the one fucking up. I'm thinking of Parks and Rec.
Oh, when I talk about Arrested Development, you're thinking of Parks and Rec? That's fair.
I don't know why I always fuck those two up in my head.
I mean, they sort of, in a weird way, they sound similar. There's a lot of shows that are in like a bubble of conversation that that blend together for me after a little while. So,
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
I love how the second you said the picking up by Netflix, I knew what it actually was.
Yeah. Yeah. So apparently Arrested has like I haven't even Googled how many seasons Arrested Development has, so I can't say this for sure, but like, for an example, maybe it's like 2 great seasons, 1 alright season, and then it went off, and then it got picked up for 2 Netflix seasons, and those were rough. Maybe that was it. Some breakdown like that is what Malum was telling me. But it's really good. Those episodes blow the hell by, though. They're only like 20 minutes long. Which I know some sitcoms are only that long, but like, it's insane.
Arrested Develop usually falls in the same wheelhouse of this other show I really like, Community. That one's super funny.
Yeah, Community I gotta check out just because I love Donald Glover.
Yeah. No, he does a really good job in that show. Troy is like one of everyone's favorites.
Yeah. What was another sitcom that like? I know I need to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Especially because it's always the next episodes of Abbott that are coming out. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 episodes, are Sunny crossovers.
Wait, sorry, I gotta call Aiden.
Oh yeah. 12:34. I thought it was a little bit later than that.
Nope, every 30 minutes I'm doing.
Okay. Are you meeting or are you doing this on call?
I'm doing this on call.
Okay,
why would I mute?
I don't know. I was only asking that because I would hope you wouldn't. Aaron, you'll pick up on what these calls to Aiden, what the theme is of these.
The call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Wait, the number.
Is not
Cover the
available.
number.
So,
You move it
please
out of the way,
record your
please.
message.
If it
When you
plays,
have
if it
finished
raises the number.
recording, you may hang up.
Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it today too, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time, since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place. You know, interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door lights. You might only have a few seconds to react, not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character there seems to be quite unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Wow, that is just
Was that day 2? Or sorry, night 2?
Yeah, he called
The first one was so long.
insanely long.
Really? Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, he called Aiden earlier to ask him to get on for btd6, and it was just a voicemail, so he recited the entirety of the night 1. Unfortunately, that happened like right before we started recording. Good lord, it's so long.
It was like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what you're gonna do. Is it night 4 or night 5 that he like literally dies?
I think night 4.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what you're gonna do for that.
god.
Brady,
Yeah.
I'm becoming the 1% of btd6.
Oh,
I'm gonna buy a life insurance company.
that's nice, dear.
That's nice, dear.
Steven, you know what I thought of last night at Aiden's house?
What?
And I didn't bring it up because I wondered if you'd already heard it. Do you know who Ant looks like?
Yeah?
Luigi Mangione.
Oh my god.
Doesn't he look a lot fucking like him?
Maybe Ant did it.
Wait, who?
A friend of Aiden's and Steven's, and yeah, it's a mutual friend, I guess, at this point. He looks a lot like Luigi.
Maybe fucking Ant did it.
I
Italian.
could see Ant doing it. He's got the cojones.
Things have been too good in New York.
Yes, things are a little sweet. Things are getting a little sweet. Okay, it's that guy. Yeah, that was crazy. Like I realized that yesterday because he was there. I was like, oh my god, wait. He looks just fucking like him.
Maybe it's his brother.
He could be his brother. Like that's how it's similar. Like you know what I mean. Obviously not identical. It's just they've got maybe similar. I don't know, but it was noticeable. This probably won't be an outrageously entertaining. Oh, there you go.
No, we're fine.
This will be more of a chill episode, obviously.
No, it's just a very lackluster week. I was sick.
Yeah, it's not much happened. I mean,
Yeah.
so like we won't.
Did we talk about Sonic 3?
I don't think we did. I mean, it's a shame to
Yeah,
do it
have
without.
you
It's a
seen
shame to do it
Sonic
without
3?
Aiden, but
Yeah, or comic even. I know.
Have you seen the movie though,
Sonic
Aaron?
Man. Yeah.
you saw Sonic. Yeah, dude,
So good.
it was so fucking
I liked
good.
it a lot. I hadn't seen the first two either, so.
Yeah, I mean, you
And
don't.
my friend was like, "Don't worry, it's fine."
Yeah, you didn't really need to. Weirdly, I think the first one is actually the worst one.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, it probably gets better.
I just really hated the fucking wedding scene.
It's so funny though.
It's really not.
What's funny about it is that it's completely out of place, and there's just a weird subplot that doesn't have a single fun animated character on it for like a 15-minute stretch. It's really funny.
Yeah, I don't want that.
But that's what's so funny is that it's stupid. I digress. 3 was really, really, really good. Definitely one of the better movies I had seen in 2024. Although, because I still think at this point, usually my cutoff for, you know, like the yearly ranked lists. Why'd you give me all that money?
Spend it.
Okay. Usually for the yearly ranked lists for movies, like that ranked thing I fucking do or whatever, usually my cutoff for adding movies to it is January 1st. So like, in previous years, it depends. I mean, we're only a week in, so if I still see movies, even though it's 2025, if I'm still seeing 2024 movies, I'm gonna put them in the ranked list because we're so close. So I put Sonic 3 in there. I saw a movie the other day that finally dethroned the first movie I saw in 2024. The first 2024 movie I saw was The Beekeeper, and it was really funny. It was really good, and stupid and stuff. And I liked the bit of it being the best movie. but legitimately not another movie I had seen since I thought was as entertaining, or good, and it finally got beat. It took the entirety of the year, but I saw another movie that beat it. Was and I talked a bit about it the other day, not in a call or anything, but it's a movie called, and it's not a lot of people are talking about it, I don't think, comparatively, but it's called A Real Pain, with Kieran Culkin, who's Wallace in Scott Pilgrim, and Jesse Eisenberg, who is Mark Zuckerberg in the Facebook movie, Social Network, which I haven't. Yeah, Aaron, the Game Grumps thing.
Yeah, you knew I was laughing.
And I still haven't seen Social Network. Like that movie Aaron's talking about. Aaron, I've been dying to see that movie, and there's no reason I can't see it. Like it's streaming somewhere.
Seen it either.
But apparently it's really good. Andrew Garfield's in it, and I've only ever seen this one scene where it's like really dramatic and he's really angry, and it's really good. I've been meaning to watch it, so I'm hoping I'll get a push to come around to it, because this movie, A Real Pain, it was directed by Jesse Eisenberg, and then he starred in it, he and Kieran, and it was really fucking good. And it's like, there's so much that's good about it. One of the biggest things is that it's only 90 minutes long, which I'm now convinced there's no good reason for a movie to be longer than that ever. Because that was amazing, and it didn't need to be, 3 hours, like Wicked was, or something crazy like that. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. Movies.
There's always movies that will do well with more, but like sometimes, yeah, like if you can fit a good story in a good amount of time, you don't have to make it 4 hours. Like,
yeah, like I know 90 minutes for some movies, 90 minutes could be a little short, and not every 3 hour movie I've seen multiple movies that are that long that I feel like they earned it. Like the Batman, I thought was, I didn't have a problem with it being that long, but holy crap, 90 minutes was like a perfect package. Oh my god, you're in and you're out and you're entertained. And it's just about these two cousins that are of Jewish heritage, and they're taking a trip they're part of like a tour, like a little history tour through Poland, to like honor their grandmother, and they're gonna like visit her house and stuff, and it's not, you would think for a movie that's like anything adjacent to World War II or like Holocaust history or any of that stuff, that it'd be like a really sad movie. And there's sad elements in it, but it's really like chill, like it's really peaceful. The only the soundtrack is all just like classical music, and it's honestly like pretty funny, just because Kieran Culkin is like such a energetic dude, and he's got like such a big personality, and the character he plays has such a big personality. So it's just like I don't know, man. It's just chill. It's just a good little journey. And it's like quiet but funny, and they both play. Kieran's like this really outgoing, super loose dude, and Jesse Eisenberg, as he always tends to be, is like this very like calculated, nervous, anxiety-ridden guy. So they're very different people, and they sort of play off each other well. I don't know, man. It was like a really sweet, chill, nice, thoughtful movie. It's so fast too, so I would like happily rewatch it, just to have other people watch it. But it was really good. So it just,
I gotta watch more movies.
I'd be happy to watch movies with you, man.
yeah, I was gonna say, unless I'm with you, I really suck at watching movies.
Yeah. I
watch maybe like 3 a year.
Yeah, I would totally be down to do more like movie nights on Discord and stuff, to like stream them or whatever.
You should.
Because if it's that easy to do, and then like shit like that. I mean, that movie especially, man, it's so quick. Like it's a nice little. Thought it was good. I just that one I didn't want to not mention because after a year of like kind of slow, this was a very slow year for movies. For this one to come, I think this one only came out in the last couple months, and that was like 2023 had like an amazing list of movies that came out, and this felt like one of those in this year, like a really like not just like a good by 2024 standards, but just a good, which was cool. And there's still some other big ones I still have to see, but because now we're coming up on, I think in a month is the Oscars or something, and we don't care too much in terms of, I don't know. Like, this family, I say this family, and we, but it's mostly my mom and Madeline. We don't care too much, it's just like, they enjoy watching it every year, so then they want to watch a lot of the movies that are going to get nominated for stuff, like they want to know everything. Like, usually when you're just sort of casually watching movies and then you go to an award show, and it's like, Best Actor, and out of these 6 guys, you've only seen like one of the movies that one actor is nominated from, so you're not really that invested. You just sort of want your movie that you've seen to win to beat the ones you haven't seen. Rather than that, they want to see everything, so then it's sort of, you're sort of invested in everything.
An opinion on all of them.
Yeah, which, you know, if you've got the time and dedication to do it, because especially now that the Best Picture category was bumped up from 5 to 10 movies in the last few years, you know. And that's their main goal, is to see all of the Best Picture nominations. But with 10 now, that's sort of an undertaking. Especially if a lot of them are like ones that like sort of flew under your radar. And you haven't been keeping up with them. Like if you sort of have watched them throughout and then sometimes if they watched them in like, I don't know. Anyway. I mean, the Golden Globes was tonight, and then fucking, I think the Oscars is usually in February, so we're just coming up on that time. So Madeline, my mom, and I are wanting to like clean up some movies that we've missed. One of the bigger ones is Conclave, which is this movie about like this. It's like a thriller about the selection of the Pope. So I guess like I don't know what Pope. I don't know like when the movie takes place, but like some Pope passes away, and then it's down to like this dude to elect the next one. Which is like kind of an intense and scary position to be in, I'm sure. It seems interesting, but it's like winning a lot of awards, and a lot of people are thinking that movie, if any, might sweep the Oscars. And we still haven't gotten to that, so we'll probably watch that tomorrow or sometime soon.
You said the Pope.
The Pope.
You said the Pope.
What's up, bro?
Oh, I was just saying the Pope.
The Pope.
I was just talking to myself.
Oh, okay. Was that, I only got like a syllable of you speaking, so I was like, I didn't know if I missed something.
I know, I don't.
My stupid brain was like trying to make a stupid joke where it was like, if we lived in a world where the Pope wasn't real, would it be Pope fiction?
Okay.
I don't know why that was what my brain did, but
Good job.
That's what it did.
I kind of wish I didn't hear that now.
Steve, what had you said before?
God, I don't even know anymore. I'm just so upset.
Not bad. You wish my words were spoke fiction.
Yes. Fuck, I honestly can't remember what the fuck I was gonna say.
That's fair.
I'm just building up my monkey
movies.
defenses.
Oh.
No, I got none. I don't have to watch any more movies this year, that's all I know.
Oh, why is that?
Nothing will top it.
Oh, yeah, Sonic 3? Yeah, no, nothing.
I can't believe I got to see Jim Carrey and Kristen Ritter in the same scene. I love it.
Dude,
I kind of like creamed my pants when Kristen Ritter showed up because I forgot that she was supposed to be in the movie.
Same.
And she's like my celebrity crush for those who don't know.
She's so slow.
And I was like, my jaw kind of dropped. I don't think my friends. I mean, like they knew that like they had watched Breaking Bad, but they didn't really like. I don't know. They weren't like obsessive like I am. So
yeah.
I was like dying inside when she showed up.
Who's in it?
Kristen Ritter. She was the gun agent who was like the white girl. Yeah. Yeah, I remember when they announced her casting, I thought it was that she was going to be playing Rouge the Bat.
Yeah.
Which would have been really
a lot of
fitting.
people thought that.
Yeah.
It would have been.
Yeah.
I still think she should be.
I think Ella was next to me, and you know when like Sonic's parents are, for lack of a better title, Sonic's adoptive parents are, like, disguising as different agents, and then, the dude, James Marsden, turns into Kristen Ritter as Kristen Ritter's walking over, and Ella was like, 2 Kristen Ritters. Oh, like she was like trembling. It's such a move. I'm so proud.
I was more whispering over us going, is he in blackface?
Oh yeah, because that was a concern too.
I never thought about it like that.
That's my first thought, man.
Is he?
I think it is.
If he uses like a device that like cloaks him as a different human being, because it's not like he's painting his face though. It's like it's projecting another human.
That's true.
What'd you say, Stu?
Have you seen Sonic 3? Comment down below if you think it's blackface or not.
Yeah, Sonic 3 blackface gate. Sonic 3 gate. That's fucked up.
I think the funny
Sonic
thing
EX.
that Sonic 3 is doing, well, not that's doing, but it's crazy to see a fan cast online that has like a bunch of celebrities that doesn't feel like, oh, gross overreach. Because you ever see those for like certain shows,
True.
they'll make a fan casting, it's like, these are all A-list actors. You need a huge budget to pull off this movie.
Yeah.
But like, they're getting huge A-list actors for this movie, and they're still making budget.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves was perfect casting for Shadow.
I asked my friend Marcus about
Yeah.
it, and he said, "I'm gonna be real. I forgot halfway through the movie that was Keanu Reeves." I'm like, "That's what you want."
no, same.
Yeah, I mean, because that's just straight up what Shadow sounds like. Period. Like it was just sort of the right guy to get.
There's also I saw an interview of him going through it of like, I'm trying to do a cartoon, but I can't be higher than Sonic, or I can't. Yeah, I have to be lower than Sonic, but higher than Knuckles. So he's like, it's a bit of an awkward area.
Yeah. I still think, and I love him, so I'm fine with it. I still think Idris Elba is slightly weird casting. Not enough to take me out of it. Like I think he does a good job, and I'm 2 movies deep now. Now I'm used to it. It's just so not who I would have pictured.
And I asked, I thought it wasn't Idris Elba. I can double check.
Yeah.
But, what I was getting to is one of the fan castings. It had Anna Kendrick, and honestly, I think that's a really good casting for Amy.
For Amy, I could see that. I'd have to hear her
Oh, yeah.
again. I think watching Pitch Perfect finally, like a couple weeks ago, was my introduction to her. I don't remember how she sounds like now.
The girl troll from Trolls.
That doesn't help me.
What do you mean? You don't have that like the entire movie memorized?
No, unfortunately. But no, yeah, I think
I'm so excited.
from like
Excited.
from bits I've got.
I don't mind the world's
The world's
faster.
faster
Christ.
than music.
This
It's
is
so
becoming a
bad.
troll soundtrack.
It's ingrained in my brain, and I haven't even watched the full movie.
Dude.
I'm glad I'm not alone on that.
Literally, the songs became bigger than the movie.
Yeah. My friends were singing it, and I'm like, what is that? And they're like, Aaron, we need to watch it right now. So we sat down and watched Trolls like a week later.
This is like right now, Steve. This is like anti-content.
Why?
Well, it's like purely lagging. I'm like, I've barely done anything in the last like 20 minutes. Like,
Oh, it's looking fine for me.
it's not lagging
Where,
that
you need some
bad.
money?
Just bits and pieces. I definitely
It's okay.
don't.
It's
Here, you have 300k.
Oh, you fuck.
it's like another podcast, you know.
Honestly, though,
doesn't have to be
like
fun.
honestly, at the point where I'm kind of wondering what I'm thinking of what I should call this episode. Because
think
should
it'd
this
be the
be
next
Stranger Plays, or
episode,
should this
maybe.
just be episode 25 of Strangercast?
True.
I feel
I
like
don't
it
want to
should...
make this episode 25. I'll be real.
You don't?
I'm fine with this being just a regular episode almost.
Like a Stranger Plays, you mean? Well, I
I'd be
mean,
down.
it doesn't have to be anything that crazy special for 25. Like, I get
Since I'm calling Aiden every 30 minutes, can we make a shenanigans?
shenanigans. I think it's only... I think this is either one of two things. I just feel like it's not game-focused enough to necessarily be... Like, this is one of those games where we could just play it while talking, you know what I mean? Like, it's not... We're not playing a game. We're barely talking
We just
about
haven't
the
had anything to talk about while playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of conversation in the beginning about like, oh, what path do you pick for this monkey or whatever, but like now when it's literally just nothing but graphics on the screen, like I'm just...
Yeah, like on my screen it still looks fine.
Maybe I should turn that off. Can't you disable animation?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna spend my money. I'm gonna get the Paragon.
Yeah, okay, so I just turned the effects slider all the way down.
What are these abilities?
I guess I should spend all that money you gave me.
A nuke? Yeah, that's like blades all over the screen.
So Steven, what's your case for this not being 25?
No. I feel like 25 is somewhat of a decent number.
Yeah.
And I'd like it to be a more
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same.
more of a real episode, if that makes sense.
I guess. It's just we need to get... Like, we can't also put it off.
No, I don't think put it off.
That's true. We should definitely do it next week, I bet.
I think it would have been
Then-
nice if everyone showed up. On
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is like...
where these motherfuckers are.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like there's always going to be ways that a video could be better in that sense. You know, it's like, oh, we could have all 5 people, or oh, more could have happened in the week. But what if it's like another
Lackluster week next week.
like
yeah.
what if it's another boring week and we only are down to like 3 people again or something like that? You know what I mean? Like
And at that point, we'll just
I kind of get it though.
just do it.
Like I get it that this is on the burst. So, like, would we prefer? Especially now that I've spent so much time talking about it, this is gonna well, not that much time, but like, would we just prefer this be like a small Stranger Plays?
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with
I would
that.
say. So.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
Stranger
still
Plays
also in the
be-
camp of like this one definitely should have a hard cap. So like we're at 45 minutes right now.
Wait, really? Wait, how late was I?
Not that
I mean, I
late.
know I didn't talk for like the first like 10 minutes.
You weren't that late. I mean, not much has happened. Like we just played. We've done a little bit of BTDing. This is more for the sake. Here's I think why I'm also agreeing now to make this a plays rather than a cast is that this is really more for the sake of not missing a week, for the sake of like consistency rather than making a video. Because I just today especially was also just very uneventful because like I woke up late and then I just kind of chilled, and then you know because it's the dead of winter, the sun set 3 hours after I woke up, so like
Yeah.
today hasn't amounted to anything, which is fine because you know sometimes days be like that. So that's sort of what I was like telling myself throughout the day is that like, oh, it's okay if today is like it's just a mid day. Like you're just gonna have those.
So real.
Because like I would keep on being almost I would keep on being on the brink of annoyed that like I don't have the energy to like do a video or like make a thing right now today. You know what I mean? Like I was wanting to do because I still have to figure out if I'm trying to do at a minimum of once a month uploads on Zemlosai. I was trying to figure out what the January video should be, and I don't know why I'm stressing. Not that I was stressing myself out, but I don't know why. Like we're less than a week in anyway. Like we're still in the first week. It's fine. Like I have time.
Yeah. It's really easy to get burned out for like a New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
You'll overdo it in like the first month, and at that point you're just mentally exhausted.
Yeah. I just don't want to overprocess it because the whole point of like the YouTube thing being my new direction is that like it's a good idea because I've already started it. Like I've already done multiple video essays of like that I can do more of. I've done now Channel 7 once. I did Brain Stew once. Like the show, quote unquote shows, I want to keep making more episodes of on Zemisai. I've already done at least 1 or 2 episodes of already. You know, so like that shouldn't make it a daunting task, or like that should make it less of a daunting task because it's a task that's already in progress.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it will be daunting. I just think I shouldn't fall into the pit that I always fall in like over planning. I should just go with something. I don't think my January upload will be another Channel 7. I assume my next Channel 7 will probably be in February or March. Like I'll start writing for Channel 7 as soon as I feel like it this month. It's just figuring out what I want this month to be. I was leaning towards Pokemon Showdown, but then I was playing Pokemon Showdown yesterday and today and like wanting to kill myself because I was like doing poorly and getting annoyed. And I don't know, because then I sort of ran into that bump where like, do you ever have a game where you're really knowledgeable about it, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're good at it?
Dead by Daylight.
Mood. Fucking
Well,
mood.
I mean, I was good at Dead by Daylight, but not anymore.
I guess that's the problem with any like competitive game like that though, because Aaron, I would agree with Dead by Daylight, I would agree with Smash, and I would agree with like Showdown, like all 3 of those things. I have the maybe Smash a little bit less, I don't know, but well, no, not I don't know, not that I. No, it's pretty much the same thing. Those 3 games I all know a ton about, so like I know to my knowledge everything I need to know about them more or less, in terms of how to play them well. Or like just stuff to know about, because especially with Pokemon, especially there's so much to know, and I'm just not necessarily like knowledge doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win every game. But I'm also thinking about it too, like the Pokemon Showdown people I watch don't win every game. Like this is not how that works. There's just my favorite YouTuber right now is named Jimothy Cool. He's got a really funny.
Sounds familiar.
He's got a really funny accent. I should play you his video. His stuff is very chill, and he does Showdown content. And he had a niche. He's been blowing up too. Like he's been on a uphill spike, but he's also just been uploading like crazy. Like well done. Not that they're super complex, because it's more him talking about a topic, and then there's like gameplay footage or like just stills of like team builder setup on overlay. So it's not like they're visually complex, but it's always really well thought out analysis or discussion on Pokemon Showdown for 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes at a time. And he uploads like 5 videos a week or something crazy like that. Like, you know how you can scroll back and you see like a month ago, 2 months ago, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This pause is going somewhere. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay. So I scrolled back to see how long it would take me to get from, you know, uploaded 5 days ago, 6 days ago, 1 month ago. I scrolled to see how long it would get me to 2 months ago. He's uploaded 40 videos.
Damn.
His output is insane, and he has a side channel. He's got 2 side channels, because there's one called Jimothy Gaming where he just does videos of him like I don't know if I've watched too much of the gaming videos, so I don't remember it as well, but I think it's just more, instead of him talking about the game, it's like more probably runs of him playing Showdown or like practicing in a tier. And then he has, I don't know if he still does it weekly, but he's got a podcast. So like, good lord, his output is insane, especially lately.
Oh, time to call you then.
Oh.
We gotta stay at least until the
Yep.
4th night where he dies.
God.
He sent me a TikTok, so he's on his phone.
What if he?
No way.
Here's the problem, though. What if he answers your call? Are you just gonna talk over it?
Oh, there you go.
Not available. At the top.
Hello? Hello? Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Oh, anyway, I better not take too much of your time. Things start to get real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuffed into a Freddy suit, try playing dead. No, go limp. There's a chance that, maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. And then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might, stuff a mental skeleton into you. Wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side. It really slow. Yeah, they get short after night one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good lord. No.
I think it's crazy to me that he hasn't answered once. Not a text of like, stop calling me idiot, like. But he sent me TikToks. It's not like he's asleep or anything.
Like,
Maybe
I was
he
gonna.
wants to hear them all.
He sent me a TikTok 25 minutes ago.
I just feel like, so Aaron, like I was gonna think that, like, oh, maybe he just wants to see where the bit goes, but I feel like he would text. Like, I don't think he would do that silently.
He does nothing silently.
That's fair. Like, I don't know why. I feel like by now he would say something, even if he knew like what you were doing and that you had more parts to this. I don't know. I feel like something would happen. Steven, I'm also gonna be real. When we hit 200, do you want to end this? Like, we could still record and hang out, like depending on how long it takes to get there. But let's cap this game at 200 because I'm fatigued looking at this.
Word.
I also haven't done any. Like, can I just give you my money?
Sure.
Yeah, because I realize it's wasted on me. I've literally not clicking anything.
I'm saving up a few milli. I'm gonna try and get as many paragons as I can.
Okay. Do we have any?
We have two.
Oh Jesus, I didn't even notice.
The tack shooter and the submarine.
God damn. Yeah. So, like, I'm kind of realizing I don't need to be good at the game even to... Okay, well, for the Pokemon Showdown stuff, part of my journey with it is I'm figuring out there's so many ways you could take... There's so many different kinds of videos you can make about competitive Pokemon, more or less. I mean, I get that it boils down to usually just discussing stuff about it. Like, just people talking while looking at Team Builder. That's usually most videos. Or it's them playing it. I prefer the videos of discussion. I don't like watching... Not that I dislike it, but I don't watch people play Showdown. I watch people talk about playing Showdown. So, in the vein of making the videos I would want to watch, it doesn't matter how well I do, technically. It's just me talking about playing it. But I need to play it to talk about it. And I feel like I need to... Like, my thought for the first video I'll make is... I thought it would be a funny thing to make videos about using Pokemon from the lowest tier in in OU. So, like, I'll go all the way down to ZU and use stuff like from that tier in the main tier. And I was like, oh, that'd be funny. Let's see what's in ZU. And I realized a Pokemon I've been using in OU anyway is already in ZU. Griffae, the, like, dart monkey? Or, like, the poison normal monkey?
Yeah.
Which is weird. So, he's steadily been dropping. Like, he might have been RU when I started using him. But he's been a mainstay on my OU team for a long time. And so I know he's steadily been dropping. As stuff gets more powerful and stuff and whatever. But I kind of don't get it. Because he's got Unburden and Prankster, especially. Like, those are both really good abilities. And again, especially on him, Prankster. And, like, he's got base 110 speed, which outspeeds kind of a sizable amount of OU. And, you know, if you've got Prankster, you can get away with good shit. So, like, he's got Knockoff, which is just generally helpful. And sometimes I'll do Terra Dark to, like, make Knockoff have some oomph. Because he has got some decent attack, too. It's, like, base 95, which isn't crazy high, but it's enough to pack a punch on something that's vulnerable. And then I'll use Gunk Shot, which is, you know, power 120 or something like that. 110, maybe. And that hits really hard. on something that's weak to it. And then I'll do Encore, which is like one of the best moves in the game because you can trap people into doing dumb shit. And then
I remember getting fucked with Encore though back in Gen 8
how so?
because I had I remember what I had out, but I encored Mewtwo into just calm minding.
Yeah.
And I was gonna start, knock off Crunch, something like that.
Yeah.
And then it just Dynamaxed and it bypassed it.
Oh fuck. All right. Well, I can say with extreme thankfulness that there's no Dynamax in this meta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. And then I use Parting Shot, which is like his pivot move, and he's got U-turn too, which might be better for damage, but Prankster Parting Shot means you can pivot out immediately, like with no delay, unless you're going up against a Dark type, that's such an annoying nerf to Prankster. That status moves don't work against. That's really annoying. That's fine, I guess. But I don't know. So I've been using him for a long time anyway. So I figure I might as well make a video about like the set I run and how good I think he is and stuff. Like I don't know the kind of showdown video I necessarily want to make because I haven't just gone in there and made a showdown video. And I feel like Graffae is the perfect one to go with because it's not. I don't need to like spend a ton of time playing him to learn how he works and then make a video talking about using him in OU. I've been using him in OU for the last year. So,
yeah.
So I could probably talk, I don't know for how long, but it's not like it needs to be a long video, as long as it's a fun video, as long as the video I enjoyed making, it could be 5 minutes. But that feels like a perfect place to start. It's like, it's a Pokemon I know how to talk about. And blah blah blah. I just gotta get in the habit of playing Showdown more and then being like chill, because everyone is impatient at points in their lives, and impatience can be a weakness for anybody. I feel like sometimes impatience is one of my bigger weaknesses, or like that's one of the things that makes me frustrated more often than not, because like that can be a frustrating aspect of art. It's often a frustrating aspect of art is that I'm like trying to move too fast and like I'm not patient.
Yeah.
And then
I can kind of relate.
Yeah.
Music, at least.
Yeah. And then, because I guess it's like trying to negate the idea of warming up, or like getting the rust out. And sometimes you just need to do something over the course of like 5 hours instead of like whipping something out in one. Like it's just shit moves at the pace it moves, and as long as you're comfortable with that, then you don't get upset. But I'm so often trying to, and I'm getting better at it. Like I'm a lot better at it than I used to be. But I'm so used to sometimes just not even having a lot of energy, not a lot of motivation, and just thinking I'll whip out a drawing I'll love just because I've been scrolling Twitter and I'm looking at other drawings and I'm like, oh, other people do this, I can do this. Boom, 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 and it's like not coming together, and then just get annoyed. I can't draw a circle and this eye doesn't look good. And then I just get pissed and I'm like, well, I don't have patience. I also don't have energy, and so that's today. Is like ideas for stuff weren't really coming together, and so I don't really have energy today. I woke up late, and then the sun came down like 2 minutes later. So like, and then I've barely eaten. Like today was just not a day, which is fine.
It's so hard to like be productive in the winter. I feel like
It's rough. Yeah, and that's
kind of true.
My mom was saying that too. Is like that's something that everybody should recognize and like forgive themselves for, is that like that's just like a seasonal thing, is that like winter is sort of like a slower, there really is something to be said for like when the sun goes down, like the energy sort of changes, and even if that happens like hours earlier than it normally does, like wait at a much different time, the energy will still sort of shift way earlier.
Yeah.
It is crazy how we're like wired for that to be reflected by like the color of the sky. I don't know, and it's not a problem. It's just sort of like life has rhythms, and you just gotta learn to get used to them. So I'm cool with that. I'm gonna turn off the audio of this game. I know I said 200, and now we're on 222. I can't be hearing the sound effects anymore. Good God.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I honestly kind of wish I didn't let it run for that long, but it's probably fine. I think it was quiet enough that we're still going to be talking over it pretty well, and you sort of get numb to it.
Yeah.
Could be some good ASMR.
Yeah, but so I don't know. I have a ton of time to make a video. I'll just try something. I started a little bit earlier, and I'll just chip away at it. I started writing a little bit of a competitive analysis on Grafea. I just need to like. It's just like I was saying. I get so caught up in the ideas stage usually when it comes to making anything, and like I'll try and think out the whole process. But you gotta like if you wanted to write a novel, you can't think of the entire novel before you start the novel. At least for me, that just can't work. So like me trying to think of the entirety of the Channel 7 pilot before making it, that didn't work. Because it only took until I started animating that I realized I would rather do it on the iPad. If I didn't, I would have figured that out way earlier if I just sort of started experimenting earlier. What were you saying, Steve?
I think that's what I used to say to you about the magic in your hand.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that's advice that that's a lesson I probably needed to sort of like relearn 700 times and probably still will. Yeah, I just sort of I overplan and I don't know. I put so much thought into the pre-production that I don't produce. So, I just need to start making a video about talking about Grafea and Showdown. So like I'll start writing it and then I'll just start talking about it. And if I could even make a version of it in the first half of January, and if I don't like it, I'll make another one. Like I don't know. There's so many Pokemon. If I made a video for every Pokemon, I'd have 1,000 videos, and it's not like I even want to make that many. So like,
make a video about every single Pokemon.
Maybe.
Do every Pokemon, but it could be literally any length. Like, you get one video where it's just you saying Vanillite, and that's the whole thing.
God. That'd be so much. I would like dedicate a second channel to that then, though. That'd be so much like garbage. So much clutter.
For like videos like for Servine and stuff, it could be like 30 minutes if you're just going into it, then like Heracross, half a second.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I like obviously there's no, and again, there's so much like Showdown is so competitive Pokemon is so complex, because if you try to explain Pokemon to somebody, like battles and like the intricacies of that,
If you tried to explain it to a small Victorian child,
setting up one like let's say you started in the team builder, you sat down in the team builder with somebody and you started building a Pokemon. First, you got to pick the Pokemon. There's Pokemon sitting in millions of different tiers, and there's millions is an exaggeration, dozens of tiers, and there's tons of different generations and different gimmicks in those generations. So there's all those base things. You pick your Pokemon. You gotta decide. You gotta pick what type Pokemon you want. There's now all the type chart thing, advantages, disadvantages, how some types over the course of Pokemon have been better than others. Like normal types were really good in Gen 1, and now they're just kind of average. Fighting types used to be bad, now they're good, all that. Oh, we lost. Good. Thank God. God, I'm turning this off. Stuff like, and you get to the moves, the abilities, the items, the nature's stats. There's like so much to it. And that's just for each individual. What's up?
No, sorry. I was gonna say, I've seen that though. Like, my friends, two of my friends from Bosco, they will legitimately like sit down and be like, "Yo, you want to just make a Showdown team?" It's like, sure. And then like they'll throw out a mon and be like, "Okay, we could build around that, but you should probably do the specially defensive set, and then make sure you have like." It's weird watching people build it.
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't know the meta, because they know the exact set that the other person's talking about: EVs, natures, items, everything.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing that gets even more complex and hard to grasp too is like a meta, especially in, you know, whatever the current meta is. So right now, Gen 9, like Scarlet Violet OU, that it's always shifting. Again, this generation more than ever, because DLC will get released, stuff will get banned, stuff will get unbanned, blah, blah, blah. Like, Gen 9 has had a lot of movement and a lot of chaos. Like, this has been historically one of the more chaotic metagames. So, like, you have to know, not only do you have to know, like, what's good to use, but, like, knowing what's good also means knowing what you're going up against, and then, like, what Pokemon you need to account for. It's like, oh, people are using Goldango a lot, so I need to, like, have something that can take care of that and that kind of thing. Like, there's so much to it. So, like, sometimes if you even know how to make a good team, you don't necessarily know how good that team is in the landscape right now, which is, like, a whole other thing. Like, you got to play a lot of that tier to understand that, I think. Or at least a decent amount. Like, you'll eventually start to pick up on trends, and you'll notice you'll bump into the same Pokemon a lot. And there's people that do that analysis for you, so you don't have to, like, especially in the most popular tier, which is whatever the current one is. Like, you don't have to do that for yourself, especially not for Gen 9 OU. Like, I can watch a video of someone talking about it for 10 minutes and know what the biggest things are right now. I don't know. There's just so much to it, but that means I'll never... The whole crux of me saying that this is a complex game that has so much to it is that, like, I'll never run out of stuff to talk about. So there's not a lot of pressure for me to, like, hit it out of the park and figure out exactly the kind of video I want to make on the first one. Especially because even for Grafehe has multiple sets. And before today, Steven, I only ever used Prankster. I started experimenting with Unburden today. I forgot he had it. So then I started doing a Unburden Grassy Seeds with Rillaboom when he brings in the grass terrain, which is what I used to do with Hawlucha back in Gen 8. That shit's kind of fun. It's not that good. Like, the set I use with Prankster as a pivot is a little bit better. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. That's all I have to talk about. But I mean, that's what I've been doing just now, is I've been talking about it. So I'm fine. It'll be fine. Like, I can make a video about it. Good lord. Yeah.
Bad lord.
Yeah. Sorry for doing a lot of yapping about that. It is just that for today being a very uneventful day, that's all of what I've thought about today. But I feel better about it. Which, you know, that's the other thing. It's like anytime I talk to anybody about anything, I feel better. So I just need to not talk about not talk about shit. Because I remember when making Channel 7 was coming down to the wire, and I talked to you in comic about it, and I was like sort of like a little defeatist, like, oh, maybe this will get done. And then, like, the second project, the independent study, like the second animation thing, I was like, man, I'm not even gonna have anything to show for that, and, like, I wasted that opportunity and blah blah blah. Like, I remember when I was sort of resigning myself to, like, sort of fucking up at the end, and then I hopped off of the call with you and comic Steve because my mom called me. Yeah. And then after that I was like, okay, I'm good. And then I whipped out both projects, and comic was like, what did she say to you? Like, what? That was a hell of a pep talk.
There's a funny thing in the NFL right now. Where there's a player, Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in his sophomore year, second year. And last year he was #1 overall pick, and he was fucking trash. Like, so did not play well at all.
Yeah.
And then this year, started the season off bad, got benched, and there's this artist, I forget what his name is, but he literally tweeted, or no, Instagram story, at Bryce Young, call me, man. And then the following week, Bryce Young got off the bench and has been averaging, like, really good numbers ever since.
That's fucking awesome. You just gotta call me, man. You just gotta talk about it, man. You gotta talk about shit sometime, and sometimes multiple times. Like, because I'm sure I vented about that stuff. I think to my mom might have been the third time in like 24 hours I'd vented about feeling bad about not getting my work done in time. So the more you talk, not just to yourself, because I do enough of that, the more you, like, it's like when you have a story like a story that happened, like, oh, this thing happened to me last week, and you keep on telling it to different people, and then every time you retell it, you sort of get better at telling the story. And you get to the point a little bit better, and you know stuff that you don't need to include, and you just, you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. Like, you talk through a problem enough times with enough people, you sort of like get to the heart of it. Which
it was Rod Wave. That's who it was.
Oh, the goat.
I don't know who the fuck that dude is.
Whoever that is. Shout out to Rod Wave. Yeah. So I don't know. And then that's a lesson I sometimes need to relearn, so I try not to forget it anymore. Is the like, just if you're frustrated with something, literally just talk about it. Like, that's what other humans exist for. Is to talk to. So talk to. So now I went from feeling I'm not convinced that wasn't the first time I said that this year, and I feel bad that I broke that.
What?
Talk to her. I that might have been the first time I said it in 2025, and I'm kind of upset with myself for breaking that streak.
I get to say it. I'm still going strong.
Well, good for you. I'll start over. We're still only a weekend.
I'm still really proud of the first message I sent of 2025.
I can't remember what it was, but I know it was funny.
It was just KYS.
Oh yeah, good. God, that's awesome. God, Jiminy Cricket.
No matter what, we have to do at least 8 minutes. I know what you're about to say. 8 more minutes.
Oh no, I wasn't. I give you. That's fine. I wasn't gonna say it just yet. That is something I was thinking of though. But that works.
Dolphins.
Yeah, no, I can wait. The other thing I was gonna say. Well, I don't know. This wasn't a new thing. It was like putting a period at the end of my other thing. Is that I went from not feeling good about the Griffey Pokemon video thing to feeling good about it now, so that's good. God. Also, my other wonder with this, and don't let this change. I don't know if I've done this before. I kind of wonder if this is a video I don't even need to rewatch to upload. Because there was no edit.
Yeah,
The
honestly.
phone calls had Aiden's number.
I don't think any of the ones that were recorded did. Because I didn't hear it.
You're gonna need to gloss over that.
I guess, but I didn't hear it. Maybe I should. Ugh. I don't dislike rewatching it. I just know that means, like, if I have to to edit a podcast, like to edit a 2-hour podcast, I know I need to spend at least 2. And, you know, it's never just 2 hours because there's pausing to edit and put stuff in and find clips or whatever. So I always know it's always like whatever length of that video plus an hour that is in the back end to getting that thing out. Like, if the editing stage didn't exist, it's not like I don't enjoy doing it. Like, it's fine to do it. It just feels like it's a thing that needs to get done before the thing can get done. That's a fair play, though. I mean, I could probably just scrub for that. But outside of that, there was no visuals, no, like, scent stuff that I need to edit in. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I could just sort of chop at the beginning wherever we start and chop at the end. That low-key... yeah.
Well, I just remember, I have not touched Hinge in, like, probably a month.
It's been a minute for me, too.
Finals rolled around, and I forgot that app existed.
Fair play.
Let's see.
I'm still hoping
in
that
the area.
there's only one good... Actually, well, there were 2 good conversations that I made on that app, but there is only one good, like, interaction, in my opinion. And the girl is going to come to my next show, ideally, if she can. She said she was down. But that's still, like, in another month. So, don't know, like... And it has already been, like, 2 or 3 weeks since I've talked to her anyway, so I hope that it hasn't, like, dissipated from her mind completely or whatever. But even if it has, it's all good. But I would obviously, you know?
I just imagine, like,
She's cool.
Aaron at the end of his show, and some girl comes up to him like, "Oh my god, Aaron, that was great." He's like, "Oh, thanks. Who are you again?" You told me to come.
Nah, bro, there's no way. She'd probably be like, the most like beautiful one in the room. Not to get all. Yeah.
Wait,
But
I'll
yeah,
put a hole
hopefully
in your
she's able to make
parents.
it. That'd be cool. Are my parents?
I'll put a hole in your parents.
Oh, I thought you said how old are your parents? I think my mom was 18 when she was pregnant with me. Fun fact. That's like older than I am now.
That's crazy.
I mean, young. I'm older than my mom was when I was born. That's what I was trying to say. Older than I am now. I am not younger than 18.
Well, you are older than you are now.
My CRT TV just turned on by itself.
Oh,
Ghost.
That's Sadako, isn't it?
That's what?
Sadako,
I remember when I
Aaron?
used to look like her.
Is that like that TV occasionally makes weird noises, like a mechanical shift is like moving inside it. That I'm fine with. That's never happened. That just turned on.
It is the most likely to be haunted item in your house.
Probably. And so it's got those like, you know, like the thing where it's got no signal, so it's just the lines, colored lines. Like that turned on.
Oh no.
I love this TV. It's
Freaky
super
deaky.
cool. That was weird. Especially
What
because
I
there's
should-
not a remote
I'm
that's
gonna do-
compatible. Like what's up, Steve?
I'm gonna get like an actual DVD copy of like the video they show on the ring and then put it in next time I come over.
That'd be
Without
s- That'd be funny.
like we'll run to the bathroom and sneak it in.
Something I do sort of wonder about it is like I wonder if leaving it because mechanical things are moving around in it. Like I don't know what it's doing, but I wonder if leaving it plugged in is like bad for it or something. So I kind of, especially now that just
Maybe.
happened, I'm kind of wondering if I should just leave it unplugged when I'm not using it. Especially since I don't use it that often because it's only when I'm
What do you do
playing.
if you
It's only when
unplug
I'm
it and it turns back on.
I think I kill myself. That'd be kind of cool though.
You kill yourself? What?
No, not that. If you asked me in 8th grade when I was like edgy or whatever, I'd say yeah. Maybe 9th grade, both of those years. Anyway, that's not a different. This is a different human being. Anyway, it's not fucking interesting. Why am I sick? The fucking TV. I am Alu. Dude. When God, Shadows, that movie was so good. Sonic 3?
Shadow's so fucking cool.
Shadow's so fucking cool.
Shadow's so fucking cool.
I'm gonna speam, bro. Anyway.
I'm a steamboat.
Yeah, I don't know what it would do if the TV turned on by itself and it was unplugged. I think I'd be freaked out, obviously. Like I'm not crazy freaked out now that just happened. It's very weird. But again, I'm sort of used to this computer making weird occasional mechanical clinks like it's breathing. So to say computer, I meant TV. I'm used to the TV making weird sounds occasionally. So I don't know why it turning on didn't actually bug me that much, but if I unplugged it and it did it, yeah, that'd be weird. Anyway.
All right, time for the final
I was
call.
gonna say, yeah. Do we know if it's the final one though? Do we know if this is the one that he dies?
It is, yeah.
It is? He dies in this?
Yeah.
Isn't there like
Yeah, because the 5th one is just like static and like weird Golden Freddy noises or something.
Isn't there like a night 6 and 7 though?
You don't get calls.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You don't get calls.
I think there's just none, yeah.
Jeez. All right.
I can't wait for him to answer. I can't wait for him to. I was really hoping he'd answer it. I'm just gonna go through it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Hey, wow. Day 4. I know you can do it. Hey, listen. I might not be around to send you a message tomorrow. The call. It's been a bad time here, and I'm kind of glad I recorded my messages for you. When I did. Hey, do me a favor, maybe sometime. Could you, check inside those suits in the back room? I'm gonna try to hold out until someone checks. Maybe it won't be so bad. I, always wondered what was in those empty heads back there. You know, animatronics. Oh no.